Driven is a fairly simple kind of plot. It's all about one main character of Emerson. She is a taxi driver of sorts, kind of Uber. She drives about, just picks up people, has a little bit of a chit chat, a little bit of her interaction, while practicing her comedy routines because she wants to be a stand-up comic. And she's just going about her night's business when she picks up Roger, a rather strict and no-nonsense passenger who wants to be taken to several locations throughout the night. Now, there's something rather shady about Roger right from the off, and she doesn't have the same kind of banter that she does with her other patrons within the cab. And when we get to not the first stop but the second stop, we realise that Roger is up to something. He is bloody out of breath, desperate to go, is being chased, and Emerson starts to feel that she's out of her depth. Something is wrong. What is she going to do to get out of this situation where she is in? He's starting to get a little bit aggravated, a little bit heavy on her, starting to push a little bit harder than most patrons would, and she's uncomfortable with it. But she makes a stand. She decides that she's not wanting to do this, and that's when they end up having something happens, and they end up having a moment where they discuss what's going on. And I don't really want to go into it too much for you because it's a kind of fun aspect of the movie, and I feel that you should really discover it yourself as you go on it. But let me said that Roger and Emerson then have to go on a quest to finish what Roger's mission was. And this is a really fun, breezy, entertaining movie. And it has some things right, and it has some things not so right with it as well. But they work. Even the things that are wrong tend to work in this movie. There isn't really many familiar faces. Spate, who plays Roger, is somebody I know from TV shows, Supernatural, things like that, where he's appeared in reoccurring roles. And him and Emerson, Roger and Emerson, the two characters, have great chemistry. The movie really rests on their shoulders. They are front and foremost in every scene, one or the other, and it works. It works really well. And the main sticking point of this movie is the car. Everything revolves round about the car, much like the Netflix movie Wheelman. This is all kind of centred on or around the car. It's always almost one of the main characters as well. And it does this thing with exposition. You know, it tells you about the characters. It tells you their information rather than showing you. But it never feels forced or unnecessary. It feels like a kind of discovery conversation that you would have with someone new who you're put into a high pressure situation and starting to relate to. So it works, you know, even though they don't stick to that rule of show don't tell, it still works as a way to give backstory to the characters, and I think that's down to a really good script and some fantastic performances that go along here. There is a supernatural element to this movie or something like that comes along as well. It's sporadically throughout it, but it's paced really well that it drives the movie forward. And although this supernatural element is the crux of the movie and really drives the plot forward, it's not the main part of it. The main part is about these two characters discovering things about themselves, dealing with it, and moving on to the next stage of their life after having this cathartic night together. You know, they're going to work through their troubles, they're going to be better people, they're going to take this as a pushing point to move on in their existence. And it works really well. You get two tremendous performances. You get a great looking movie. There is some nice set pieces within this as well. And because it's all staged in or around the car, it could become a little bit monotonous, a little bit same thing repeating itself constantly over. But the direction is kept fresh, it's kept interesting. There is reoccurring jokes throughout this as well that are pretty funny. Not often you get a reoccurring joke about a turd spoon, but you do in Driven. And I just feel that it's a really fun, entertaining, breezy movie. Great for genre fans and non-genre fans as well. If you love horror and you want your blood-soaked moments, you'll get it. If you want two characters growing, learning to deal with their own situations, then you'll get that as well. You want some comedy, you'll get that in this movie as well. All in all, this is a movie that just entertains. Sometimes, what more do you want? I'd love to know your opinion of this movie. Let me know in the comment box below. And I'll see you next time on Man vs Film.